name is Ethan Yu, and I'm an 11th grader in high school right now. I'm going to talk a little bit about the mission trip this past summer to Taiwan. So, for those of you who don't know, this church took a small team to Taiwan of about 15-20 people, and we taught an ESL class to a bunch of little elementary and middle schoolers, and there are college kids too that we evangelized and wanted to spread the gospel to. So just going into this trip, it was really scary for me. There was a lot of first times. It was my first time ever going to Taiwan, my first time ever teaching ESL, and my first ever mission trip. So if you can imagine, I was pretty scared. I felt inadequate in every way. Both, I didn't think I was ready to teach, obviously, and spiritually, I felt like I wasn't there. But however, I realized through all this doubt that I had, God was preparing myself to be ready to receive a few messages from Him. So on the first day, we went through a training and instead of teaching. So we got there on Sunday, and on Monday we did a training. And ironically, that made me even more nervous and didn't prepare me at all. It just confirmed my doubts and made me realize that there are lots of gaps in my preparation. And so that night before the camp, I was really nervous and desperate. And I remember just sitting there on my bed, trying to prepare a lesson plan for the next day. So many questions racing in my head. What are the kids going to be like? Are they going to behave? Do they know English? Will I be all right? And one of my friends, Henry, he was in the room with me. He saw me stressing, and he said, Ethan, you might just give up on your plans. It's not going to work. And all he can do is just trust in God. And that really resonated with me. So that night, I put away my incomplete lesson plan. I put away my incomplete plan and just prayed a prayer. And I said, God, just please help me to trust in your plan, not my will, but yours. And so I went in the next day without preparing myself for a lesson or anything, just praying that God would be with me that day. And little did I know, that entire week, He answered that prayer in so many ways. So the very next morning, the bus that was supposed to pick us up to go to the school for the mission came late. And so our entire worship, which was supposed to start at 9:30, ended up arriving really late. And that turned out to be a blessing in disguise, because the night before, the worship team was really struggling with how to occupy more time, because we had a 30-minute time slot, and we didn't know what would we do for all that time, so we were stressing out about that. But God provided for us in the strangest way. By arriving late, with all the kids waiting there for us, we didn't have to worry about occupying much time anymore. And we just had fun and worshiped God together. And that was a real blessing from Him. It came in disguise. I don't think anyone realized that it was that way until you can think about it in retrospect. And so, just one message that God gave me is that His blessings often come in disguise. And again, you have to trust Him to know that it's all going to work out in the end, because His plan for you is good. And just another thing that God showed me is that He has the ability to change hearts, and you can't judge who's ready to receive His word. Because on the very first day of our camp, me and my mom were teaching one class, and we had a little third grader, and our class was going well, but he couldn't keep up with the content. He wasn't confident in his English, or just didn't want to be there. So during our lesson, he started crying and breaking down. And me and my mom were really worried that he wouldn't come back the next day, because he just didn't really enjoy being there. That night we prayed for him, and the next day, praise be to God, because he was there, he was ready to learn, and for some reason we don't know why. His heart was just changed. He wanted to be there, and he became one of the most affectionate kids in our entire class. And throughout that week, we could see God working in him. At the end of the week, when we prayed for the kids and told them about the gospel, he was one of the kids that accepted and wanted to have Jesus in his life. And that was really moving. And it shows that God has the ability to change anyone. You can't judge who's ready to receive the word. Anyone is. And God is the one to decide that. So you just have to trust in Him. And so the last thing that I want to say and that I hope that everyone takes away from this is that God can use anyone in any way, like despite who you are or how much doubt you have, your sin, any of it. It doesn't matter. God can use you. And I guess my testimony just kind of revolves around that I felt totally insufficient going to camp. I didn't have preparations. And that night when I was sitting on my bed, I was so hopeless, so scared of little kids. But it's all right because you don't have to have faith in your own ability. All you have to do is pray that, just pray for God's plan to help you and guide you. And if you do that, just are open to putting your own opinions, putting your own plan out of the way, then God can come into your life and use you. So, this mission trip was an unbelievable experience. And I pray that any of you sitting here just might be open to any opportunity that God has to use you, whether that be a mission, or just talking to, reaching out to a friend, or just anything. So